today I want to talk about something that I know affects us. I say us because I'm also in that group in our 20s and early 30s. Pressure from society. First thing I want you to know is that it is okay not to have everything figured out in your 20s. Yes, the people pressuring you, first of all, they are most often than not people who have had very little or no impact in your life. I'm talking about the random quarter women, the long distance aunties and cousins, the people on social media. Those people that had very little or no impact or direct impact in your life or contribution in your life right up to the point where you are. Okay? And now I want to make you see reasons why it is very okay for you not to feel too pressured at this point. First is because it's not your fault that you don't yet know what you want to do with your life in your 20s, especially as young Africans, Cameroonians. Now, typically, this is how our lives navigate from when we are kids, right? You're a baby, now you go to kindergarten, you go to primary school, you go to secondary school, and then you go to the university. From the level of secondary, the number keeps dropping. Not everybody even goes to high school, and from high school, not everybody goes to the university. First, I want to talk on the category that make it to the university. So from the time you graduate the university, you are already in your 20s. From the time you were going to school, this was the only expectation they had from you. Your parents only told you go to school, read your books, and pass your exams. That is all. And that is all you knew it was to life. You did not think that there was any other thing. Now, I'm talking maybe from my own personal perspective, okay? You do not think that there was any other thing to life. You do not even know about the struggles of life. At this point, I'm going to talk on the other side, mostly for those who were very privileged to have their parents pay for their tuition, and when you get to the university, your house rent. Okay, it's a great privilege in this economy. So for that category, you never thought there was any other thing to life, no troubles, just go to school, just read your books and pass. Why going to school? Nobody is equipping you with any skill or giving you any financial knowledge or some practical life lessons. Just be going to school and you know life is good. There's nothing about life until when you start getting to like level 3, their final year in the university, right? And the pressure starts from there. That is when it actually starts. What are you going to do after you graduate? And you start thinking, oh, it's true, what am I going to do? You don't even have enough time to think before you graduate. Next minute, you are a graduate. What happens now is, for some people who had to rent out of their hometown, some might pack and go back to their parents' house. Some might stay where they are and try to figure things out. This is when the real pressure comes in. What are you going to do next? You do not know, because we are in a country that there are no jobs. Even if you do voluntary internship, 6 months will pass by so fast. For the few lucky ones, you might get a job. For the few ones that have connection, you make your way and go out. For the few rich ones, you go out of the country, but that is no still a guarantee that you are succeeding. But at least it's a step. You are doing something at that point. For those that are there, no opportunities, they start thinking there are no jobs. What are you going to do next? Everyone around you, where have you found a job? Have you this? Have you that? No, you have not. The pressure comes in. You don't have any skill, so you don't even know what to do. You get up in the morning, you stay at home, and you watch everybody go ahead with their lives. Even your kid, if you have junior ones, everybody leaves the house. You stay back at home. Not like you have anything to do at home, you don't know what to do. For if you are a lady, they start asking you the big question: when are you getting married? this I think is even the bigger problem for ladies. When are you getting married? Now, to make things worse, you pick up your phone to chill on social media. You see your mates, even some of your classmates have graduated. Everybody is posting their success stories, the big things that they are doing. They have opened a business, they have done this, they have done that, and you are wondering, how did they even do this? How did they make it possible? We graduated together. These are my age mates. How come they already have this and that? And I'm just, you cannot even wrap your head around it. You don't even know how. The thing with social media is everybody brings their best to social media. To me, I call it social media packaging. You cannot just appear social media anyhow. It's like when you have a big occasion to go to, or when you are going to church on Sunday, at least you put on a nice dress, even if it's not a fancy dress, but you make sure you look presentable. That is how social media is. Nobody wants to come and look shabby on social media or look like they are the least. Now, let's be real over here. You see this behind me? I did this myself, by the way. I didn't have money for it. I had to do the Pinterest thing, simply because I thought of starting this journey, and I know that if I don't package in a particular way, you guys are going to scroll past my videos because it does not look appealing. It's the way it's supposed to be. So I have to do this and pretend like I have the best space or cozy environment. No, I don't. No, I don't. Now, I'm not a shabby person. My environment is very neat and organized, but it's not, that luxurious. You get what I'm saying? And that is what you see on social media. See girls, they have all these gadgets, they have all of this, all of that, cozy rooms and all of that, and you're feeling pressured. Oh my god, I wish I have that. They are showing their big iPhone 16 and 17, and you are there with your Techno phone and using a Samsung A16, to record this video right now, because I said that is not going to be a reason why I'm not going to create my content. And you're feeling pressured. It's just the best part of their life they are showing you. Another category that will pressure you are the privileged ones. Those ones that we say they were born with silver spoons in their hands, right? From the time they were born, everything was already figured out for them. You cannot even compare with those ones. They came from rich families. You did not come from a rich family. Now it is your responsibility to make sure that a rich family comes from you. You have to work for it. They came and made what has been work for them. And you want to be feeling pressure because of those set of people? No, come on. You need to do better. You need to know where you're coming from, you know where you're going to, and you know the various steps that you can take. If you do not know, you have to learn to know the things I have to do to get to where you want to be. Probably where you see those people that they are already at. Does that mean that you can never be like them or even pass them? You can. It's very possible, because most often they are just enjoying the wealth. They know nothing about struggle. Probably they don't know how to manage it, but I think that will not be the case with these really rich people, I see, like Dangote. I think it was Dangote at one time I watched a video. The daughter was representing him in one big conference. He could not make it. I think these people, they train their daughters. When our parents are telling us to go to school, read their book and pass, they are going to school, they are reading their books, and they are training them about their businesses and how to handle this life, and how to relationships, how to communicate with people, how to do this, how to do that. Those people start training their kids. They don't just focus. They don't think education is everything. Education is everything, but it's not everything. I don't know how to explain this, but yeah, just know it like that. When I was growing up, when I was in Form 5, I had to write my GCE. If you are Cameroonian, you better understand this. I was in YP, Presbyterians. It's like a youth group. At times we go for rallies, and when those rallies are approaching, there is intensive preparation every day, which means that every day after school I'm going to church, and I'm only going to get back home at 6. My mother stopped me, tried to, because she did not succeed. She tried to stop me from going for practice during that period, that I'm writing my exams. If I keep going to church, I'm going to fail. But I was too committed, and my heart was fully in YP that I could not even stop for that period. On my path, I knew I could handle both. In YP, I was one of those that when it comes to the Bible quiz, we are the ones that were like the foundation of it, right? I knew that I could handle it because I knew I was not neglecting my book. But my mother was scared that if I continue going to church, I might end up failing my exams. So she tried to stop me, but I had to convince her, and I had to show proof also with my results that I was not doing bad. You see, I'm bringing this story now to show you that they do not even leave room for any multitasking or anything extra, just a little bit extra, because that one was just for a period of 1 month, and I go on with my school activities for the rest of the year. But they don't even leave space. They don't leave space to multitask or to even expand your mind and see other possibilities. Just focus on school. That's the typical case in our African homes. How do you expect us now to just figure out everything in one day when we become adults? It's impossible. It will take time, because from the time we graduate, that is when reality hits us. That's why I start hearing things like adulthood na scam, because nobody prepared us for it. Nobody prepared us. Oh, we were not prepared. Now we are still trying to deal with the reality that, oh, so this is how this thing is. Before we accept it, and then we try to see how we can move on from there. Now, some people might be lucky. They might have people to hold their hand immediately. They come out, do this, do that, do that. Some people might not be. But we thank God for social media, because in this ancient time, if you are focused on somebody, all the resources are there. YouTube has been my friend, even TikTok. Most people think that TikTok is just to go and watch funny videos, dance videos, but I've learned a lot from TikTok. Trust me. Now, I said I was going to talk on the part of those who went all through to the university. Now we go back to those who do not even make it to the university. My popular opinion is that those who did not make it to the university, maybe they ended at the level of high school, and they did not get into dangerous activities. They were not juvenile delinquents in the society. Let me just put it like that. They were hardworking and focused people. I think they figure out this thing before us. They do. Or kids that were not even privileged to have their parents sponsor them. You know, pay your school fees, you have to struggle to pay your fees, to pay your rent. They figure out this thing faster than for us. We are not on the same level. Because by the time you are struggling to figure out that, oh, with this 10,000 I have to pay this, I have to pay that, and everything is finished, they know it already. They have known it, and they have already known how to handle it. That they already know now that they have to diversify their income stream and everything. Now they are still struggling to accept the fact that money is never enough. They already know, and they are moving on. They are still there crying. You see what I'm saying? They figure it out because they started living their reality before us. So I think their own 20s, They are not as pressured as us in our own 20s. Especially for those who were hardworking. I say this again, and they use the education that they got right up to the to high school level. They used it well. They went online to research. God, some of them are succeeding. I mean, even my mates, when I see some of them, I will not even go to the university. I mean, they can feed me. They will feed me. They will house me and everything. So you see that they did not train us well for our 20s. They did not prepare us for it, which is why I said it's okay. But is it okay to remain there and keep saying that, oh, nobody prepared me for this? Now that you realize that that's how it is, what are you going to do? Pick up, do the right thing, learn, read books, listen to successful people. Don't go to YouTube and just watch videos. Oh God, I used to watch videos. I'm saying used to, like it's been some 10 years from as of last year, because towards the end of last year, I was training myself not to watch videos movies that much. I watch movies just once in a while. You see me on YouTube and listen to podcasts. I listen to people like J's. I cannot even pronounce the other name. Mel Robbins, Diary of a CEO. Is it Ask Given on communication? It teaches a lot on how to be a great communicator. I'm still learning. In fact, those are the type of places you see me on YouTube and even on TikTok. I've actually trained my algorithm in such a way that when I pick up my phone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, they are the ones I'm seeing. So that before I even get tempted to see one video that looks interesting to click on it, I must have seen one other very educative video that has prompted me to click on it. I'm watching, and from there I'm going to the next and to the next, and it's helping me. It's helping me. So it's okay not to have everything figured out, but once you have come to the realization that you don't have everything figured out, it's no more okay to just sit there and claim ignorance, like I don't know what to do, it's not my fault, nobody told me. That is where there is a problem. That is where there is a problem. Now you're just being lazy. Yeah, you're just being lazy. Learn. Learn. Personally, for me this year, I've decided to read a lot of books. The first book I'm reading for this year is Atomic Habits, actually, but a physical book, because I used to claim I can read the soft copy books and all of that, but holding my phone and struggling to read, I realized that distractions will always come in. But if I take up my physical book, I shut down and I sit in a corner. Even if it's just a page, I read. Like in fact, I'm a student for life. I will keep learning. Even as I learn and I grow, I'll never stop learning. But this particular year, the way I've conditioned my mind is to just learn. Just learn. I'm learning. Yeah, because I cannot know what I cannot realize this thing and then I still stay there. I want to be rich, so that tomorrow I'll sit my children down and ask them, how does it feel like to have a rich mom or a rich dad? Yeah. So in summary, what am I saying? I am saying that you should not go too hard on yourself with the pressure coming from society. But also I am saying that once you have realized that you do not have things figured out, you should embark on the journey of trying to figure it out. Don't stay there where you are and you're crying. Cry while you move. Look for the resources that you need, but don't do it because you want to prove a point to society, or because one auntie in the quarter asks you if you don't have a job yet, or ask you if you have not gotten married, why you're not married yet. Don't do any of that because of pressure, but do it for yourself first of all. Do it because you want to grow. Unless you want to tell me that you're comfortable being where you are, just being stagnant, everybody is growing, only you are there. You want to always be the last person in the group, the least in the group. Except you want to tell me that, or you want to tell me that you want to be the people that when they hold a family meeting, any point you bring up, they tell you that your point here is disturbing. Your point is a distraction, or you are the one that they send to go and buy things for the rest of the family members. Except you want to be that type of a person, then no offense, do you? But not for people on this channel. People that are becoming with me, nah. We don't want to be those type of people. Is that so? So that is it for today's episode. Remember to like, comment, let me know what you think, share your thoughts, and subscribe and share this video to a loved one you think really needs to hear this, especially your younger ones, right? Because I think that we have gone to this level to realize these things. We should educate our younger ones before they come and this thing shocks them the same way it shocked us, right? So share it with them, let them listen to it. Just anybody, be it your daughter, and see you in my next one. Bye.